Hi everyone, welcome to my review for Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. This is the latest DC Comics animated film, the DCAU, coming to you next week, depending on when you are watching it. And this is the latest from the DC animated unit. And when I've talked about Batman on here and during some of these reviews and how I am like, when it comes to my favorite superhero, I'm kind of satisfied with the output in media with Batman. And between, the 60s Batman, which I adore, the Tim Burton Batman movies and Batman Forever, Batman the Animated Series, and the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. I'm cool on Batman. I've gotten like everything I've ever wanted from it and more. So things I like to talk about with what do you want from Batman now? I'm like, I don't know. I like it when they shake stuff up and do weird stuff like this, crazy reimaginings of the mythology. I'm a really big proponent of Gotham by Gaslight, which is another animated film, which I think you should check out because it does like a steampunk Jack the Ripper era type Batman story. And this is another version like this. This is even crazier twisting of the Batman mythos. This takes place of course, during the Aztec times as colonialism's coming into play. So there's that kind of historical conflict coming into things. And this one takes the superhero stuff from like the gods. There's like a bat god. And this, checking out the bonus features, these are like some like legit historical stuff. There was like some assistance on getting things right or where to pull from or how people would have been for this. But it's really neat. We have a new Batman is voiced by Jay Hernandez, which is very cool. Back in the DC Comics universe after being in Suicide Squad many moons ago, but this is a better one to be a part of than that. So yeah, it's really fun to see how it's incorporated in this time, in the village, in this situation, and it's really neat to see the Batman characters come into form and how they're utilized here and which ones they pick. Of course, there's Batman, there's an Alfred, but you also get there, for instance, there is no, cats weren't a thing in the Aztec Empire, so they have made her Jaguar Woman. And then you also get Poison Ivy is a part of it, but she is not. She is Forest Ivy or something like that. She's a goddess and stuff, and it's really neat what they do with her. If you stay tuned for the mid-credits, there is a sneak peek at another villain that wasn't used in this main story, so maybe they continue, or maybe it's just a nice little gag to end it on, which is absolutely fine. Not every mid-credits or everything is like a cliffhanger all the time. I know that's what we live in, and I know that comic books thrive on, but it doesn't have, like, if it ends here, you're going to be fine. Azrael is a character in this one. Of course, they go with the Joker. You can't go without Joker. And the coolest one is they kind of do a hybrid between Deathstroke and Two-Face through this. And it's really neat to see it all come together, be a unique story that you don't really know how or where it's going. You know how the characters are and their motivations, but how it plays into the story is quite an interesting one. I had a solid time with Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. Overall, I give the movie a 3 out of 5. Really solid. So yeah, if you're into, like I mentioned, Batman Gotham by Gaslight or Batman Ninja, this is right up that alley. This is what I personally like seeing from Batman. These wildly different takes from different cultures, different people, different inspirations, and tying the Batman mythos into them. So yeah, definitely peruse your curiosity when it arrives on Aztec Batman. We move on to the video. The video for it is, of course, this one is in 4K, 2160p. It only comes with a 4K disc. I know I normally open it up and talk about that. It only comes with a 4K disc. There's no Blu-ray. There is a digital code to be redeemed, but of course I am hiding that from your view because I myself have redeemed the code, and it's no big deal. So it's encoded at HEVC H.265, and the aspect ratio is 1781. This is a 2D animated film, done with computers, but it's a flatter animation. It does have some nice depth because of that instead of hand drawn, but like this is about, I don't know what more you want from the colors are bold and solid. It's got that dimmer picture that a 4K comes with, because there's a lot of natural blacks, lighting, and good contrast that comes with it. There is some cool stuff where the HDR, the high dynamic range, comes into play to showcase some colors that really need to pop, like fires and things like that. But overall, I mean, this is standard. Like motion it's smooth and confident. And it's really, I mean, if you've seen one of these animations, if you're checking on what's the new one like, not a real difference in like your picture quality on this. It's rock solid. It's fine. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. Going to the audio, we get an English Dolby Digital 5.1 track as well as a Spanish track. You get English SDH subs, Spanish subtitles as well. This is some good audio. It's solid. Gets the job done. All the channels are utilized appropriately. You feel a part of the atmosphere. The subwoofer has some nice hits to it. It's not a big booming thing, but it gets the job done and has various levels of impact throughout, depending on the intensity of the scene. It's very clear, concise, like the vocals are good, and the balance of the mixture as well, like the music, the sound effects, and the vocals all run harmoniously, and they get they get their time in the spotlight, but they're never taking away from the others. And even in the big action craziness going on moments, like fire you're hearing out of the back and things like that, the vocals still feel prominent and part of the scene, which is very nice to look at. So I'm going to give the 5.1 track a 4.5 out of 5. It's solid. We do have bonus featurettes. The first one is the Battle Cry of Aztec Batman. This is basically, it's like 3 minutes. They're close to 4 minutes. It's Jay Hernandez in the booth talking about recording, talking about how excited he is, what he brings to the character, what he likes about this project. It's really simple and quick. And then we have the Batman mythology and Aztec inspiration. Jay Hernandez is back for this one. It's like a roughly 6-7 minute one, and the writer of the film, and they talk about bringing this together, what the culture is, the idea of it, how it was much more complex to write than you would think. If it's not just like putting an Aztec costume on everything and running with it, they really wanted to get the historical factors right, and they got a I forget what university, but they went to a university and got an expert on Aztec culture and stuff, and really wanted to get this going right and getting their advice and stuff, and they brought it to the table. And I really like what they've done here. It made me respect this even more than what it was. Unfortunately, these are really quick featurettes that I don't know. I didn't check, but they could have been on YouTube or something like that. They're that brief. It was nice to get a little bit of background, but it's really quick, fluffy, and to the point. There's no commentary on this, but I'm gonna have to give, because of the lightness of the bonus features, and then you add them up, they're barely 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it a 1.5 stars on the bonus features. So yeah, it is what it is. So let's take a review of what I scored Aztec Batman. The film I gave a 3 out of 5, but I do recommend it. The video, a 4.5 out of 5. Audio, 4.5 out of 5. And the bonus material, I give a 1.5 out of 5. So we're gonna give this overall release a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's solid. I think you should wait till a price drop. If you're collecting all these animated ones, I collect the Batman ones. I haven't really collected the Justice League ones that include Batman either. But I personally, I like everything Batman on Blu-ray or 4K that I can get. I get in a request for these reviews. This one was kindly sent to me from the folks at Warner Brothers. Thank you. But I like to collect the Batman animated ones, so I can have all the Batman things that I can. So this was a cool one. Check it out. Maybe wait for HBO Max. But I am a purveyor on the physical media, so if you can get it at a good deal, or maybe if you just want the Blu-ray copy, because when it comes to these animated ones, I think you're fine going Blu-ray is your route. That's fine. I'm not going to be a snob on that one. I believe it's available in Blu-ray as well, but this is the 4K edition. Check it out. If you want to pre-order a copy, use my link in the description. It's the Amazon Associates link. I appreciate whatever you can chip back to this show. And if you like these reviews, it helps. So I appreciate it. Everyone have, I'm recording this and releasing on a Friday. So everyone have a wonderful weekend. I've got more reviews coming to you maybe this weekend. We also have Superman, the James Gunn film on 4K Ultra HD, as well as Corpse Bride on 4K Ultra HD coming your way. I can't wait to dive into those and talk about them with you on this channel. So, till then, Phil, stay film positive.